there, everyone. This is Patrick from EasyFX Code Trading System, and it's Saturday, the 13th of August, 2022, and this is the weekly technical analysis for the Euro, the cable, and the Aussie dollar for the third week of August. And let's begin with the Euro, where after consolidating for the past 3 weeks, finally last week it did attempt to climb up higher and finally reached the 62 pip retracement level, only to get rejected with a double top here on a Wednesday and Thursday, and then a retracement back on the Friday. So we'll see if that's a trigger for further retracement lower. And that was past the, we finally crossed the 103 level. Now let's see if it's going to consolidate or fall below the 102 to eventually retrace back down to 101. And if it does break the 101, then maybe it might even retrace all the way to test the key parity level at 1.0. So this double top here is slightly ominous looking, and especially at a significant retracement level. So next week will be a key monitoring of the Euro to see whether it's going to continue lower. Let's expand this out a bit more. And the Wednesday breakout higher was due to the slowdown in the US CPI inflation data. And the majors all took advantage and was boosted by that, with the US dollar falling lower, with the expectation that perhaps the Fed may not accelerate the interest rate hike too much. They could still continue with a third rate hike of 0.75 basis points, but we'll see, or if they're going to slow down as well to 0.5, but I think it's probably unlikely. They may just maintain at 0.75. But at least for now, it doesn't look that they need to push it higher to 1%. So that's for the September meeting. So if we take a look at the weekly time frame, that was the push up into the 62 pip retracement, and then the pullback after that, back below the 50 pip. And if we go back down to the 4-hour time frame, then you'll see this spike through the resistance zone that's on the Wednesday with the US CPI data. And then the Thursday attempted to retest that with as well as the PPI data was also slightly better than expected. So this also drove it higher, but then after testing resistance, and it has fallen back down. And on Friday, the University of Michigan's consumer sentiment index was pretty strong, so that gave a slight boost in the overall outlook for the US economy. So that drove the Euro back down lower and into the 4-hour 55 EMA for support. So let's see if that support will hold around the 50 pip retracement, or if it's going to continue lower towards the 38 and then eventually back to 21. That's at the 101 figure. Okay, and perhaps we can also even draw a lower trend line here. And for reference, we can also have the upper trend line. So this could be a slightly bullish channel. And we'll see if it's able to find support at the lower trend line, just below, perhaps just below the 102 round figure. Or if that breaks, then the 101 is exposed. Okay. So no major news this week for the Eurozone, and we'll also compare with the US dollar index, where there's a couple of news coming up for the week as well. So let's switch over to the DXY. Here's the DXY, where you can see the breakdown from the channel, from the bullish channel, and where it already crossed over on the Tuesday, and then the big fall on the Wednesday with the CPI data. And finding support, and Thursday was consolidation until Friday. It managed to climb back up to the 62 fib retracement after dipping below the 78.6 retracement level here. So it has found support. That's the previous trend line, upper trend line of this triangle, and the round figure of the 105. So although it did come close to the 104 area. So we'll see if this week is able to recover from the 105 and climb back up above 106 and eventually back to the 107 resistance zone. And whether this is going to be a bottom for now after this run up over the past couple of months, and almost a significant retracement back to the 78.6 of this breakout from the 105. So it has come back down to retrace that whole move, and we'll see now whether it's able to recover some of that move, probably back to the 107 area. Expand this slightly. So this has to hold as, continue to hold as support. That's a major area of support here now. And let's extend this trend line lower. $107 will be the still a significant resistance. Okay, let's take a look on the weekly time frame, and that was the dip below with a very close, about half of the range. So there could be some consolidation and for another week before it attempts to climb up higher above 106. Let's also take a look on the 4-hour time frame. And that was the breakdown on the Wednesday. The US CPI data, which was slightly lower than expected. And then from the double bottom, it has managed to find support and climb back up on the Friday. So on the 4-hour time frame, it needs to break above this area now with the 55 and the 200, providing interim resistance. So this could actually be a significant resistance now at the 107. Okay. So this week there's a couple of US news, but nothing major, with some retail sales and Philly Fed manufacturing index midweek. So we'll see whether there's any impact from that. All right. Let's also just redraw this slightly, adjust this a bit. And we'll see if it's going to come back to retest 50 fib and the lower trend line of this bullish channel. Okay. So let's move back to the other major pairs. Let's move on to the cable. And this week there's UK CPI data now, and with the retail sales on Friday. So we'll need to watch out on some volatility on sterling pairs. But it did climb up as with the other major pairs on Wednesday with the US CPI data trying to break above the daily 55 EMA, but was unable to, and could not reach the 62 fib retracement and fell back below the 122 round figure and fell back into the 38 fib retracement. So this is still resistance, and with support still below at the 120 round figure, along with the 21 fib retracement. Let's just expand this and let's take a look on the weekly time frame. And similar to the euro as well, it did attempt to climb up higher and then pull back, and this is also looking ominous with a double top and pulling back lower towards the 38 fib retracement. Let's also take a look on the 4-hour time frame. And after the spike on the Wednesday, it could not reach the previous day's high and continued to sink lower, back down into the 38 fib retracement. So let's see if there's some consolidation being formed now. with some lower highs and into a triangle. So there is support at the 38 fib and this previous swing low. And along with this lower trend line of the triangle, if that breaks, if that support breaks, then it's going to target the 120 round figure again. So I could also move this up into this area for an interim support. This will be a key support here now. Okay, so this area is narrowing, and I think let's move this for now. Yeah, let's move this for now and move this area down, this resistance zone into this upper trend line at this last week's high. That's around the, see if we can pick this up at the 122.75 area. Okay. So we'll see if there's any trigger from the UK CPI data to either cause a concern with the cable and the sterling pairs, which may affect the Bank of England's rates hike decisions for the next month. So we'll see what the impact is going to be. Okay, let's move on to the Aussie dollar, where after Wednesday's breakthrough past the 62 fib retracement, it continued and did not pull back lower. So it continued to break through the 71 round figure and to hit the daily 200 EMA. So this is a strong bullish close then for the Aussie dollar. So this has moved higher into the 78.6 retracement level, along with these previous swing low area. And 70 is still going to be a key support zone. Okay. And if we take a look on the weekly time frame, that's the strong bullish candle here with a very high close. So there could be follow-up momentum, bullish momentum into the weekly 55 EMA, just above the 78.6 retracement. We'll see if it's able to push all its way through until the 72 round figure. So perhaps I can move this into 72 as the next key resistance and leave this swing low here just at the 78.6. Okay. All right. So this week there's the RBA's policy meeting minutes, and as well as Thursday, there's the jobs report for Australia. And we'll see if there's any new info that we can get from the minutes on Tuesday on what the potential thinking is for the next rate hike. But for now, it's there will be some bullish momentum, but it's very close to some key resistance areas now. So there could be a spike through and then a pullback lower. All right, but for now, at least it has cleared the key support of the 70 round figure and above the daily 55 EMA. Okay, so do check out my other videos on spot gold and dollar yen, and have a safe week and a good trading week, and cheers for now.